Hello, how are you? Welcome to another episode of Genealogy Quick Start. Guess what? We have a new quick start for you. And tonight is genealogy game night, and we have gamers for you. I just love playing Genealogy Feud. If you have not experienced Genealogy Feud with our special guest, you are in for a treat tonight. If you're not a member of or subscribe to our newsletter, please subscribe. This is how you'll know when we have new episodes and what they're going to be about. If I haven't told you already, I'm SHAMELE Jordan. I am the host of Genealogy Quick Start, and we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and we are a Philly Cam show. So you can watch us in all locations, and we are so grateful to have you here. Your ancestors are grateful that you are here because they want you to get their story right. So what do we have going on tonight? Tonight, of course, we have a quick start for you. And it's one that I absolutely adore because I love thinking about the land and thinking about maps and boundaries and jurisdictions. And Michael and Jim have a great quick start that can help you to situate where your people are, because we know that's important. So you know where to get the records, right? And so they have a quick start called Running Down the Boundaries. And game night, we are going to play Genealogy Feud. And we have the reigning champions are back to defend their title. Dr. Debbie Abbott and J. Mark Lowe are here to play their opponents, Pat Stamm, CG, Drew Smith, as well as LaJoy Mosby, and we are going to have a great time. But first up, let me bring my buddies out. Let me tell you what happened today. After I announced, tonight and our new special guest for this coming up, I got a text that said, "Hey, SHAMELE, you didn't say anything about Jim and Michael. Are they coming back to Quick Start?" Well, heck yeah. They are permanent. Don't ever get it twisted. If they ever leave, it's going to be like a big week-long tribute to their greatness. But no, they are still here with us. And I'm going to bring them out so you make sure you know that they are here. First up, always number one in my book, columnist and editor, James M. Beidler. Hey, Jim.
Wait,
Number one.
only a 1 week thing? That would be like, that would have to be a whole month of greatest hits.
That's when we have the parade for you. We can't be on here because we're going to have the parade. Yeah. Next up, genealogy tip of the day, Michael John Neill. What kind of parade do you want, Michael?
I don't know, but my publicists and lawyers said there have been some issues I needed to deal with, and now I guess I know what they are.
Well, I think of something I heard, oh gosh, 40 years ago. It was a football coach, a quote from a football coach, and he was leaving one college for another, and he said, well, when you're about to be kicked out, you need to get out front and act like it's a parade.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Get out in front of it. Reframe that. So Jim and Michael, you guys always do some fun quick starts, and I really love the ones that you do deal with mapping and boundaries. So tell us about running down the boundaries tonight. What's it all about?
Well, I mean, I think the nut of it really is that unless you understand the boundaries, unless you understand what political units came out of other political units, how the church parishes differ, how schools, school district boundaries interact with all that, that you're going to miss some records is what it amounts to.
Yeah, Michael, did you have anything else to
No,
add to that?
that about sums it up. I think the one thing we might have trouble finding are, mail route boundaries, and because sometimes you may live in one place, but your mail may be delivered from somewhere else, and the thing is that changes over time, and that's one of the things that we won't be discussing tonight, but we will be discussing a variety of other. I think it's always good to bring out the negative as well as the positive. We're going to talk about a lot of things, but your person might have thought they lived somewhere else based on an address they heard somebody give, and that's just depending upon how the mail was delivered.
Yes, in the town I live in, Lawnside, everyone's like, we used to live in Hattonfield. No. That was the big post office. I'm sorry, Jim, I cut you off.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, you have things like Star Route number 2 in some rural place. What the heck does that mean? I mean, you better hope the guy who was the carrier at the time is still alive, so he can tell you what that route actually was.
No, that's great. I actually know the woman who, when mail started getting delivered in Lawnside, who walked the routes. She was the postmistress or drove the routes with her young children to give everyone their map out the routes and the house numbers. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to say, hey, out there, let us know where you are. And if you're a member of a genealogy group, we are all members of genealogy groups, right? Please put them out there. And of course, the regulars know what to do. Jean from AAGG is out here from Collegeville, PA, as well as Aug's Family Quest. We all know she's a junkie because she also has Aug's Greater Virginia, and she is with the South Carolina Historical Society. Oh, Jean, we have to talk. Some new stuff came up for me for South Carolina genealogy. Hello, Gary from Toledo, Ohio. Gary, I know you have some genealogy groups. Terry Burks knows to represent the Black and Gold AAGHSC in Chicago. She said, in the house. Yes. And we have Judy. Yes, Judy, we are so glad you here. And see, Judy, your guys are still here. They are still here. Never worry. I'm supposed to be in the middle. Here we go. Yeah, never worry, Judy. They are here. I will never let them go. And if they decide that, hey, I'm leaving, Judy, I'm calling you to talk them out of it. And of course, Jersey is here. Paula Moen, thank you so much for being here, all of you. And I see a lot of you have not represented, but that's okay. There's Renata from Virginia. Yes. And yes, Jean, we are going to talk about South Carolina. I just came back and I didn't want to leave, but we'll talk about that more. So let's get started. Jim and Michael, are you ready for the quick start?
We're going to have to be, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get ready for running down the boundaries. So step 1 is, of course, to pick a place. So are we being just U.S. centric here, or are we talking about the world?
Oh, it could be anywhere you have ancestry from. And of course it may be different. Not maybe, it will be different in different parts of the world. But you start, with what you know from the U.S. as kind of a baseline, and then educate yourself, with the history. I mean, as most of Germans are my thing, and I always say that as far as political units, the U.S. has a linear history where new states were created out of territories. The counties within them were created out of former counties, township breakup. Well, Germany has a completely non-linear history because they would break up these already little states, and half would go to one relative of extinct royalty and one to another, and just massive chaos.
We know about chaos. All right, so pick a place. Step 2 is then to learn the various jurisdictions. So you were kind of talking a little bit about jurisdictions. Can you break down, or either one of you break down How do you learn about jurisdictions, and teach us a little bit?
One quick way would be to look at this thing called a map, and then look at the different, some maps will have those different, they'll have state boundaries, national boundaries, some will have county boundaries on it. Some of the smaller boundaries they might not have, but that would be a good way to start. The other thing is you're going to have to remember that these boundaries changed over time. And another way to kind of look at this is, where would your ancestor go to get married? Where would they go to record a deed? Where would they, if they died, where would they go? I'm not talking about the cemetery. Where's that going to be recorded? Think about where they would interact with government. There's other church and school jurisdictions too, but where would they interact with things? That might help give you a little bit of a perspective on that. But maps, gazetteers are going to be places where you're going to start with some of this.
All right. So now that we have learned about this jurisdictions, we want to then, and we have a lot of cool slides, especially both of them because they have maps. Next, we want to find maps. Where are we finding these maps? And what are the, where do we find these different jurisdiction maps from?
Well, a fair number of them are going to be online. And failing that, at county genealogical or historical societies, they may have some of their things on the old GenWeb sites, county
GenWeb. Oh, explain GenWeb. Everyone might not know about GenWeb.
Yeah. Well, it's somewhat lost a bit of cachet. I don't even know why, but they are good primers about records, maps, for queries about every county in the country has one. It may not be active anymore, but at one time had one. Yeah.
All right. So that was GenWeb. What are some other places?
I would also reach out to the local libraries in the area, because librarians like to answer reference questions like this. And this is a question they've probably been asked before, so they can, it's not something they haven't heard. They have to think about a little bit. They can give you some answers and give you some ready resources to get you started with that.
And unlike a lot of people who you're going to meet out in the world, like say social media, librarians are actual credible sources of information. Because I smiled when Michael said about they like to answer questions. Yeah, well, every swinging so-and-so on the internet likes to answer questions, but they're not going to give you very good answers.
Not always. Sometimes they do, but not always. But librarians are more likely to be, they are going to be concerned about accuracy and their reputation and all that, and they'll give you reliable sources to go to for sure.
And then we talk about
librarians are heroes for sure.
They are heroes. They are heroes. And like you said, they love to answer our questions. So did you guys talked about Rumsey, you talked about getting different maps from different time periods. And cool. Let's do step 4, which is find neighboring locations. So why are they important?
Well, you want to know, when you've got the maps, look at the regions, the different jurisdictional levels in which your ancestor lived, but know what the bordering regions are too, where they, for one reason or another, they moved a little bit. Where would something be recorded? You want to know where that's going to be. You just want to know what the borders are, because sometimes they're fixed and they never change. And other times, as Jim talks about, Germany, they were changing all the time. And in the frontier, they were changing in a different way from Germany, but they were changing there too. And you want to know, just what those, we're going to talk a little bit about school districts, and those are probably, a lot of political U.S. jurisdictions, boundaries are pretty much fixed and have been for some time, but school districts are one of those things that they change on a regular basis. And if we're talking about school records, particularly in an urban area, you're going to want to know what the contemporary boundaries were when your people lived in that location.
Yeah, absolutely. In Pennsylvania, they went through, they started with one-room schoolhouses, and then they went through two big waves of consolidation, one in the 1930s that took them from, single one-room school districts, and then kind of on the township level for the most part. And then there was another wave in the late 50s to around 1970, where then they consolidated into, like, say, 5 or 6 townships all together. Other states, other things. Some have county-wide school districts, but Michael is correct that over time there's going to be some changes.
Especially during segregation. I thought you were going to talk about a big change in integration of schools or something, but no, I get you with the whole school districts. Very cool. Neighboring locations. And then step 5 is to learn where the events were recorded. So talk to us about, you kind of alluded to that a little bit, like where did they get married? Did you want to share a little bit more?
Well, the thing to think about with where events are recorded, you want to be aware of which events have to be recorded based upon where you live or reside, and which things can be recorded wherever. Marriages are probably the best example of that. You don't have to get married where you live, but your birth certificate is recorded where you were born, death certificate where you died. If you own property, those deeds are going to be at the courthouse. That might not be the closest courthouse to where you live, depending upon where your residence is in relationship to the county seat. So you'd want to know what that is. And the same thing with church records and things like that. Did they have to go to the church in the parish, or was their church a little different where the rules more loosey goosey? You go to any denomination, not any church within the denomination, not just the closest one or in your parish, if you will.
And sometimes you're going to find ones that go outside the denomination. Like it's not uncommon for Mennonites in colonial Pennsylvania to be married by a Lutheran or Reformed clergy. There's one good reason for that. The Mennonites didn't have clergy. They had lay people. And so if they wanted a little bit of extra validation, so forth, they would go to a minister of another faith.
All right, let's show some of your cool slides, Jim. Tell us, what do we have? And then we talked about finding maps. We didn't talk about making maps, like Jim makes maps, right, Jim?
Yeah. Well, this is altering a county map of Berks County, Pennsylvania, and it's an example I use basically to tell people how many different church records they may have to look at, especially in the 1700s and 1800s. The little green dot there, that's where I live, which is very close to my ancestral church, Byrne Church. And that's where I have 3 dozen relatives buried. But that's not the only congregation's records where I'm going to find my ancestry, even if they lived in the area. So if we go on to the next slide, one of the things that I point out is that Byrne Church, for much of its history, was a so-called Union church, having both a Reformed and a Lutheran congregations, 2 congregations sharing the same facilities. And while you might think these people were dyed in the wool Reformed or dyed in the wool Lutherans, oh my goodness, they went back and forth. I think it was, if they had little spats or whatever. So you got to also look at, especially if it was a Union church, you've got to look at all the different congregational records for that Union church. So if we go on to the next slide, then we find that, and this also illustrates the changing boundaries. When it was erected in 1738, I want to say, 1730s at any rate, Bern Township was everything within the gold outline. Today it's 5 townships and 2 boroughs. But at the time, that was all Bern Township, from what's now the city of Reading all the way up to the Blue Mountain. And during that colonial time period, when Bern Township was at large, the yellow dots are all the different German Reformed churches that were churches in Bern Township. And sometimes when you're looking at a record that says somebody was baptized at Bern, do they mean in Bern Township, or do they mean specifically Bern Reformed Church? So again, you've got more records to look at. Then the next slide. There I'm illustrating that you got to reach out further, and sometimes, as these green circles show, you're going to go beyond the boundaries of a county. This one slips into to Lebanon County, to the west of Berks, which is one cultural area with western Berks called the Tulpehocken Creek region. And any of those churches might be one where you might find records about your Bern Township ancestor. Go on to the next step. Then we see all the different churches during the late 1700s that Bern Church was connected to with the same pastor. The Reformed called these charges. The Lutherans generally called them parishes. And all of these congregations were served by the same minister. 1700s time period, that minister wasn't terribly fussy about which congregation's registers he entered his pastoral acts. So you have a lot of marriages in particular for him that are put in the books of one of the most easternmost of those congregations, people who I'm sure never set foot anywhere near that place. It's just they're recorded in that congregation's records. And then I think we have another slide or two on this. Just pointing out that this guy that I'm in particular talking about, the Reverend John William Booz, also kept private pastoral registers in addition to the pastoral acts that he entered in congregational books. And of course, you know the answer to this one. Did he keep the same information every time he recorded things? No. He's in his private register. Sometimes he has more data.
So what kind of did he have? Was it juicy data?
No.
I thought he was keeping the private stuff on the side. Let's see. I think you have one more.
Yeah, that's just recapping, showing all the different potential sets of records that to do a reasonably thorough research that you would have to consult.
So my goodness, Jim, this is a lot of work. You did this, or did you have a book and then you just mapped it out according to what they said? How could I recreate this?
There's a great book called Pastors and People that profiles all these churches and their combinations with pastors.
Oh, very nice. I love these. Do you have these in a book somewhere, or one of your many books?
No.
All right, people are waiting, Jim. People are waiting. Let's see. What do we have here, Michael?
This comes from a 1904 plat book, and normally plat books show landowners and the relative size of their parcels and the acreage of them. But this one was unique in that it included all the school district boundaries within the entire county. And this, I sort of zoomed in. So this was District 227. And it's kind of cool to see how small it is geographically in comparison to the districts that are now in that county that are significantly larger. But this one's maybe 4 or 5 sections altogether kind of spread out. And then we can zoom. I think there's one more. This one zoomed in not as much as I thought it was, but I can see where my great-great-grandfather's
Sam
farm,
Neill.
Sam Neill, part of it is in one school district, part of it is in the other. So it would depend on where the house was at, I'm assuming, where the kids would have gone to school. But, a reminder about this, normally when we think about plat books, we think about it showing property owners and where the acreages are at. And if our person was a tenant or never owned property, we might say, well, I don't need to look at that book. But this is a prime example of why you do want to look at that book, because many times these school districts all had names. But when you'll see pictures of them, they'll put the name of the school and then they'll have the district number on those photographs.
And you're
And
like,
then the
what the
nice
heck?
thing, so this map didn't give the names, but it did have all the district numbers. So if I know a person attended District 228, I can look at this map and I know within that region is where they either own property or where they had a rental house they lived in.
Very
Just to
cool.
really,
Where did you first where did you get this map? And number two, I always wonder about the black dots. Like, are those supposed to be where the house is? Because that would tell you which school district the Sam
black
Neill
dots,
children went to.
right? The black dots are the residences. And this was a plat book. We talked about reaching out to your librarians in the area, genealogical circle societies, and things of that type. Those would be resources. You could do Google searches and find some of these things. I knew it existed, so I did a Google search to find it this afternoon to get these maps. But, your local resources would be able to help you with some of this information. Because not all of these, this county has quite a few plat books, maybe a quarter of them, if that, have the school district boundaries marked. Not all of them do, but the ones that do are pretty cool.
This is amazing. I really like, this is incredible. Oh, universities are also a great place to look for these maps. Would you agree? I found some pretty cool stuff at like Rutgers for New Jersey. And don't stick to just your state universities. Go outside the jurisdictions or the boundaries.
Because you never know where one of these plat books ended up, and some archivist decided to digitize it, even though it wasn't local geographically to them. That's a good point.
Yes. And so Jim and Michael, I loved the quick start. Are there any additional things that you might not have shared with regards to boundaries and jurisdictions? And did we share like one of our favorite jurisdiction places that I don't know if it's being updated again, the Atlas for Historic County Boundaries at the Newberry Library?
It's been a hot minute since I looked at it, but it was in limbo last time
but the old stuff is still,
the old stuff is still there, and you can, I think, do PDFs of things. So it's not click interactive. You have to actually download some things in Pages, and actually, I think the word's called read through it and look through it. But it's still a very good resource guide for those boundary changes for sure.
Yeah, I would say for genealogically, we focus a lot on counties, and this site is one of the best places to go to understand the changing boundaries of your county and when it gave birth, when it came to be.
Well, because sometimes even long after they'd given birth, they decided to cut. I have one county where there was an arbitrary straight line was the eastern border, and then 15 years later or 20 years later, they picked a creek and went with the creek for the border. And it changed about maybe 2,000 acres within the county. One of those farms was my ancestor's farm, and that it was recorded in one county when he bought it. The final deed was in the other when it was sold, because the line had changed in the interim. So they would tweak the boundaries sometimes.
One map that I was ecstatic to get, and I don't know if this fits within, but it is kind of like boundaries, is a township range map for your county. I actually found that at the county courthouse, so I could tell like exactly from the census where my people were. So look for those too.
Most of those plat books will have one of those in the front of the whole. In parts of the U.S. where we have townships and sections and the range numbers, in the front they'll have an overview map that would show all that coordinate grid for the whole county.
All righty, let's run through the steps. I'm running over time. We need Genealogy Feud. All right, let's go through running down the boundaries. Step 1, pick a place. Step 2, learn the various jurisdictions. Step 3, find maps. They're out there. Step 4, find neighboring locations. Step 5, determine where events were recorded. Thank you, Jim and Michael. All right, let's get ready for our next episode. There's so many people here. I cannot find Jim and Michael. Bye, Michael, I think. Bye, Jim. See you in a second. One sec. All righty. I am so excited tonight. I always love game nights. It's the funnest night, one of the funnest nights for Genealogy Quick Start. We are so happy that you are here. And we are going to now bring out our gamers. Let me introduce to you our gamers for the night. And hopefully I can get their names in order and everything. So first up, my number one boo, Dr. Debbie Abbott. How are you, Dr. Debbie? It is so nice to have you here. Do I have your name? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Did it come up? There we are, Dr. Debbie Abbott. Welcome. Next up, we have, where is he? There he is. He's sitting in his seat. I was going to say Dr. J. Mark Lowe. But instead, I'm going to say J. Mark Lowe FUGA. Welcome, Mark. Thank you for being here. And this person is like the gamer of gamers, the first one to say, I'm in. He knows who he is. Drew Smith. Welcome, Drew. Thank you so much for being here. And then she said, I don't know what's going on here. This sounds scary. But I'm going to come anyway. And she came. Here we go. LaJoy is here with us. LaJoy, thank you for stepping into your fear. Oh, wrong ones. Thank you for stepping into, he's not here. I can't find it. Thank you for stepping into your fear and being here. And then next up, who's next up? This person said, I'm in. I'm going to beat the pants off of Dr. Debbie. That's what she said. And then our final, but my number one boo as well. She came in to help out. She's the ringer. Sharon B. Gillens.
Hello.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys all for being here. How many are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I think we can bring them back. Let's bring them back. The number one quick starters in the world, the universe, actually. I've promoted them. James M. Beidler and Michael John Neill. All right. The gang's all here. And I have decided on the teams. And the teams are, I'm going to let Dr. Debbie and Mark J. Lowe have Sharon Gillens. And Drew, LaJoy, and Pat will be the competitors. So are you guys ready to play?
Okay.
I don't know.
Ready.
Hoping the rain and freeze. Okay.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Shamel, did you say Sharon was on the team with Dr. Abbott and I?
Yes.
I hear
The
noise.
rest of them should just
Yeah,
quit.
somebody's got TV on, I think.
Somebody's got a TV on.
TV on, yeah.
Exactly.
Who has a TV on in the
Somebody's got
background?
a TV on.
That's good.
All right. So Michael
No, it's not.
will share the feud board game, and Jim from Beidler and Beidler will keep the tally of the score. So let me make sure I go through my steps. I did introduce everyone. Let's see, we are going to play the feud. I have introduced the players. I have announced the teams. And now, everybody, when it's your turn, you just have to tell me what your buzzer is, whether it's beep or boop or boop, boop, boop. I don't know. You
I
just
still got
decide
noise.
what it's going to be. And Let's play the feud. All right. So let me share the game. Let's see. Add to the stage. I did. Before presenting a screen, remove other media. I did. Uh-oh, don't give me a hard time. Michael, can you put it maybe into presentation mode?
How's that?
It doesn't look like it's in. It looks like it's still like regular PowerPoint. Let me see.
Are we good to go, Shamel?
Is it in presentation mode?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sharing the screen that it's in presentation
Yes,
mode?
because it's telling me, it's asking me if I want to stop sharing. So
Okay.
It says, yeah, so I'm assuming that means I'm sharing if I have the option to stop sharing.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna remove Jim. Sorry, Jim. I just want to see why it won't let me. I don't have any other media. All right, I think that before presenting a screen, remove all other media. I'm gonna remove. I can't do that. Shit.
Maybe we all need to put our antenna up.
Yeah.
Shamel, do you want me to stop and go back in again and try it again? Maybe it's
Yes, please do
got
that.
something
That would
in
be
it,
great.
Means we
That
won.
would be great. Oh, Sharon is in Spain.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Who said that? No, I'm in Texas.
All right, I see it's up.
You
Yeah,
see,
it won't.
yeah, I don't have it in presentation mode yet, but are you ready for me to do that?
Yeah, can you put it in presentation
I will,
mode?
because I only want to hear that music so many times tonight before I slam something. I'm just gonna say that.
So put it there and let's see if it lets me. If not, I'm gonna have to do it on this end, which is gonna drive me semi-crazy. It's in presentation mode?
Yes, it is. I got that. The first screen is.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me. So I have to share myself, and this is gonna be fun. So give me a second. I'm gonna remove this.
You won already.
You won. Oh no, I don't want to get rid of Michael.
You won already.
Let me bring Jim back and let me share my screen. See if I could do it.
This is a whole different game.
There's a whole nother game now.
We already won.
You already
No,
won.
you did.
That's right. That's right. No, you didn't.
Sorry about this. Here it goes. All right, it's open. I'm going to put it into presentation mode.
You went away.
All right, it's up. And I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. This is why I only did 3 questions.
So, Shamel, are you controlling it, or am I still controlling it?
I'm going to have to control it. Can you stop sharing maybe?
I can stop sharing. Yeah, I'm good at that. Okay.
We can come back next week.
Share screen. Don't even try it, Dr. Debbie. It's your time to shine.
Oh, gosh.
Window. Feud. All right. Are you kidding me right now?
I know what that is. It's a map.
School boundaries.
It's school boundaries. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Is that how we win? Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
All right, you can see the game now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right,
Yes, you can.
cool. Let me see if I can get us Yeah, it's too little that way.
Don't
Yeah.
put me in the middle.
We can come back.
All right.
I told you.
All right.
That's fine.
Now, let's see. Let me get one more thing up so I can see what the answers are. This is what I mean about a whole nother game.
That's cheating.
I have to know the answer so I know whether you get it right or not. Dr. Debbie, settle down, girl.
Shamel, I have that pulled up. If you want me to do that, I can.
But how are you going to tell me the answers?
I'm just going to have to say it's number 1, 2,
Oh, okay,
3, 4.
cool. Thank you. All
Okay.
right. Let's see who is going to be the who's going to be play first. So we will have Dr. Debbie. Nope. We will have Dr. Debbie versus Pat Stamm. All right. And so let's go with our first. Let's get going. I'm going to start it, and it's going to come pretty quickly. And Dr. Debbie, you guys just make a noise so I'll know who wants to answer first. All right. Let's see if you can start it. Oh, you can't hear the noise, can you? Name a clue you might find in a will.
Beep.
She said beep. All right. That's Pat, I believe.
If you have property.
Do we have property?
Number 2.
All right. Number 2, we have property. All right. Dr. Debbie, can you beat that?
Yes. Children. Ancestors. Children. Descendants.
Children or
Descendants.
dependents?
Numero 1, number 1.
Number 1. Woo! So, Dr. Debbie, do you want to play or do you want to pass?
I want to play.
You going to play it?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I will not be clicking that anymore. All right. So, let's see who's next on your team. Let me try to get you guys up properly. Let's see if I could do that. All right. So, let's see if I can switch you guys around. Yeah, look at that. All right. So, Dr. Debbie has done it. Now, Mark, name a clue from a will.
I'm going to say chattels and slaves.
Do we have chattels and slaves?
Number 4.
Woo! Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. I see Sharon rocking. She like, okay. Sharon, do you know any clues that you might find in a will?
The date of death.
Do we have date of death?
That's a good clue.
The answer was no, Shamel.
I'm trying to get the thing to say, meh, but yep. Oh, yeah. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, Sharon. That's one strike.
Okay.
Dr. Debbie, what other clues can you find in a will?
Witnesses.
Do we have witnesses?
Number 6.
Woo, Dr. Debbie is spoken. Yay. Woo-hoo. All right. Mark, back to you.
What is that?
Burial
airplane here?
information.
What is
Say
it?
that again.
Burial information.
Do we have burial information?
Wah, wah.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Oh, this is terrible. All right. All right, Sharon. There we go. Sharon.
The distribution.
Do we have distribution? that a no, Michael?
That's a no. Yeah.
All right, that's 3 strikes. Sorry, guys.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
No.
it is. Yeah.
All right, let's move over to the other team. Can you steal it?
Can we
You guys want
discuss
to
it?
chat with each other and figure out what your choice will be?
So we can talk out loud, right?
Yes, yes.
I don't know. What about like the name of the executor or
That's it.
you like that one?
Yeah.
I guess we're going
All
to go
right.
with the name of the executor.
Do we have name of the executor?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Really?
sorry, not 3 strikes, but we'll bring up what the other 3 are.
That's just money.
Relationship clues,
Oh.
I was gonna say wife.
household items,
Oh, yeah.
That's the distribution.
Oh,
creditors and debtors.
Household items would be in the inventory.
Mhm.
Yep, yep. All right. So, Jim, you got the total for them? All right.
99 points.
That's
Okay.
us.
Oh, I got the
Yay.
total. All right. Woo. All right. Next up, we have Mark and
Who got 99
LaJoy.
points?
So here
You
we are.
you guys got it.
You got
Okay.
99 points.
All
Dr.
They didn't
Debbie,
get them all. They didn't get 99 points. They didn't get them all.
We
they
didn't get
take them
90
all if they.
They don't get the ones they didn't guess.
Yes, they do. They get
Yeah,
all.
we
of
get all
it.
the points if they don't win them back.
Yeah. We
It's
didn't
just
steal.
a game.
All right, let's go for the next question, Mark and LaJoy.
Woo.
Name something people find in an old family Bible.
Beep, 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 beep.
Mark says beep, beep.
I'm going to start with birth information.
All right. Do we have birth information?
That's number 1.
No, Mark's number 1. Mark, do you want to play or pass?
I think I want to play if we get to win that vacuum cleaner. So, yes, we'll play.
That's a door prize.
All right. So Sharon, you are up first. Can you name what is something found in an old family Bible?
The names of the enslaved.
Do we have the names of the enslaved? The dream scenario.
No.
Oh.
Sorry, Sharon. I can't make the noise. All right. There we go.
Good try,
Dr.
Sharon.
Debbie. Dr. Debbie, what can you find in a old family Bible?
the Bible verses.
Do we have the Bible verses?
No.
I can't get it to do it, but I'm giving you an X. And, all right. Mark, can you
What
say
kind of Bible is that, by the way?
I know.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with dried flowers.
Do we have dried flowers?
Number 3.
Oh.
All right. Yay. I have intense applause.
Who's number 1?
Birth, death, marriage.
Oh, okay.
All right, Sharon.
Oh, I'm lost now.
Your shoulders. All on your shoulders.
I don't have it.
Family
I don't
Bible.
have a thing. Births, deaths, marriages, that's already up there, you know. So. Weddings. Oh, no, that's marriages. No, I'm done.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. You have a chance again, team. What can you find in an old family Bible?
Oh boy. Let's see. No, that's a tough
I've
one.
seen relationships.
Yeah. Or how about maybe clippings, like newspaper clippings or things like
That's a
that?
good one.
Or photos,
Oh,
locks of hair.
yeah.
Locks of hair's already up there.
Oh,
And what are you going to go with?
I like newspaper clippings.
All right. We're going to go with newspaper clippings.
Okay, do we have newspaper clippings?
Number 5.
Oh, where's the
We stole it.
All right, so your team gets those points. And so what do we have for number 2? Handwritten notes. Number 4, photos. You said
yeah,
that.
photos.
Yep.
Yeah.
And number 6, old letters. All right.
Nobody put any money in there, huh?
I vote for that. All right. Sharon and so Sharon and Jim, you got those points?
Yeah, how many
Yes,
points
I did.
Yes, 60. They got 65. You have actually 75. I didn't realize that 99 was the total responses rather than what you had actually gotten. So the first round you got 75, and now the Drew team has 65. So
All right, it's neck and neck here. We are going into the third round. So Sharon and Pat,
Isn't it my turn?
Oh no,
Yeah.
Sharon and Drew. Sorry.
I get a turn, don't I?
it's my turn. It's my turn.
All right, let's go for this question. And the question is, name a reason ancestors
ding.
changed their name.
Ding ding.
All right, Sharon, what do you say? Name
Oh
a
no, you
reason.
got in
No,
first.
I had ding ding first.
Oh, he said ding
Ding,
ding
ding first.
first.
Okay.
I can't hear all this music. Drew?
Okay. They committed a crime somewhere and they were trying to get away with it and escape it.
Law and Order. They're on the wrong side of Law and Order. Do we have to hide a crime?
Kinda with number 4.
Yeah, that's it. Avoid prosecution.
Yeah.
Persecution.
Persecution. Yeah.
I think I should have said prosecution. All right. Would you like to provide a higher answer?
They got married.
Do we have marriage?
Number 3.
No.
All right. Go, Sharon. So, do you want to keep it or you want to pass it?
We'll keep it.
All right. You're going to keep it. So, Dr. Debbie, why are your ancestors changing, or some ancestors changing their names?
Runaway slaves.
Do we have runaways?
No.
It's an answer.
Yeah.
It's not not the one here. Sorry. All right. Mark, why are the ancestors' names changing?
Adoption.
Do we have adoption?
No.
It's an answer, but not the one that they picked. These are all great answers. Sharon?
They're changing their name.
And the name is changing. The name is.
He got a divorce and they moved to a different county.
Do we have divorce?
No.
Ooh. All right. Remember is why the name changed. Dr. Debbie, why might the name change? They might not have necessarily did it themselves. Why did the name change?
It changed because it was pronounced wrong.
Do we have pronunciation? Do you need to text me on that one?
Yeah, you don't have the answers, do you, in front of you?
I don't think
that's on there. I can tell you.
Give me 1 second. I think that I did, but they might come up on the screen. Text it to me, Michael.
Hang on. This requires more skill than I usually have. Okay.
I can save you all that trouble.
Yeah, really. They were immigrants and it was too hard to pronounce.
Yeah. That's it.
So you're saying pronunciation.
Yes.
That's what you said. Pronunciation.
Or assimilation.
Michael, which one do you think it is?
Do you have them up there?
No, I can't bring it up.
Check your phone.
I see it.
There it's that's yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm looking.
That's it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think it can be that.
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. It's close, but no cigar, Dr. Debbie. Mark.
Close, but no cigar?
I'm
going to say they moved to Hollywood and they changed their name to Stage Screen.
Do we have stardom in Hollywood?
Yeah, that's like Dr. Abbott. She's not really Dr. Abbott. She's a star.
Do we have stardom?
No.
And is this truly the third X? I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Drew, LaJoy, and Pat.
How about to fit in better? What do you think about that? Like,
how about immigration?
Yeah, immigration, but I think fitting in with like more Americanized.
Like England, okay.
And I'll say can't spell.
Well, yeah, it's not the spelling more than the pronunciation, but yeah.
But we're saying assimilation.
Yeah, assimilation.
Okay.
All right, so what is your final answer?
Assimilation.
Michael, do we have assimilation?
I'm going to go with number 5, yes.
They copied off of me. I said that.
I said Americanized it, yes.
In that
it's okay.
No.
All right, so those are the points that you get. And like, no one said it, but you said it. Sharon said it, and no one said it. And you guys said it. Like, immigration.
Yeah, immigration. Mm-hmm. Oh,
we said
the top. That was me. That was the top one. Right?
Yeah, that's sort of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's sort of the same.
Clerical era.
And clerical era.
Okay. Somebody said that. I think it was us.
I think you didn't say it, Dr.
No. Everything is not you, Deb.
Almost everything, but not everything.
So we must check with Beidler and Beidler in this last 40 seconds to see who has won Genealogy Feud tonight.
I gotta get a faster.
Drew, LaJoy, and Pat, 101.
Woo! Where's my applause?
Beating Debbie, Mark, and Karen, 75. So
we beat the champions.
That's because
with my slow mouth buzzer. Thank you. I got a faster mouth buzzer.
Dr. Debbie, what you complaining about now?
I just said we didn't feel well today.
Not playing about it.
And we're all changing our names. In shame.
Everyone, you did a fabulous job. I think that you guys should have a rematch in the future, and we will make that happen. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And I have some music Take care.
No.